Hello everyone, welcome back to Capsule. If you are first time viewers, please subscribe to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the elements of fertilizer. First of all, let us discuss what is fertilizer. Fertilizer is a substance which helps in growth of plants. We know what are the basic needs of plants. A plant requires 4 basic needs. Number 1 is carbon dioxide, number 2 is sunlight, number 3 is water, number 4 is mineral matter. This mineral matter contains these nutrients, that is plants require 16 essential nutrients, and let us discuss each of them, their function, deficiency and the available form of the fertilizer. Number first one, and before this we must know that these plant nutrients are classified into 3 types: primary nutrients, secondary nutrients and trace elements. I have indicated in before each of the element as primary nutrient, in case if it is secondary with a secondary symbol, and trace elements with T. Number 1, first one, nitrogen. So nitrogen is a very important element as it promotes vegetative growth, and it will form plant proteins and also helps in formation of chlorophyll. And nitrogen is essential for leafy drugs as it improves the quality of those leafy drugs. And the nitrogen is available as ammonium sulfate, calcium ammonium nitrate, urea, ammonium nitrate sulfate ANS, and ammonium chloride. And the deficiency of nitrogen can be easily identified in the plants by presence of pale yellow appearance of the plant. And also premature leaf shedding will take place and plant will not grow properly, that is shunted growth. These are the deficiencies with nitrogen element. Next, coming to the second one, phosphorus. It is an essential component and element of plant mineral matter, because phosphorus is an active part of the plant nucleus. It promotes early maturity of the plants and stimulates the following: it stimulates root formation, seed and fruit formation. And deficiency of phosphorus leads to, as it promotes maturity, so deficiency is delays maturity. It promotes root, seed and fruit formation. Deficiency leads to their decreased root growth and plant growth. Okay. Coming to the available forms of phosphorus. Phosphorus is available in 2 forms, as water soluble and water insoluble. The water soluble forms are single superphosphate and triple superphosphate. And coming to water insoluble phosphate, these are dicalcium phosphate and biomineral rock phosphate. Coming to the third one, third primary one, the potassium. Potassium is very important for the plant because it protects the plants against adverse climatic conditions and various diseases. It provides resistance to plant diseases. It helps in formation of starch and sugar. And deficiency of potassium leads to scorching and browning of tip of the leaves, shriveled seeds, fruits, and it also leads to shunted growth. So shunted growth is observed with potassium, and it is also observed with nitrogen, etc. And the potassium is available as potassium chloride. Coming to the secondary nutrients, these include sulfur. Sulfur, it is an important component to plays important role in plant as it builds up plant proteins and oils, and also helps in nodule formation and helps in formation of chlorophyll. If that sulfur is not present in the plant, it leads to yellowing of plant, and water wettable sulfate is the available form of sulfur. Coming to the another secondary nutrient, that is magnesium. We know magnesium is an important component in the plant chlorophyll, and it helps in the chlorophyll helps in photosynthesis. So in order to have chlorophyll, plant need in order to function efficient functioning of the chlorophyll, magnesium is an essential component or essential element for the plant. And magnesium also carry another functions like carrying of phosphorus. It also forms oil and fat. Deficiency of magnesium leads to discoloration of leaves. and curve upwards, and the leaves will curve upwards. And deficiency of magnesium also leads to fungal growth on the plant leaves, and magnesium is available as magnesium sulfate. Coming to the final secondary nutrient, that is calcium. It is available as calcium ammonium nitrate, CAN, calcium ammonium nitrate. Calcium is we know in our body too, calcium is essential for rigidity in plants too. For the hardness of plant tissue, calcium is essential, and it is also essential for root formation. And calcium is a detoxifying agent in plant. It converts the organic acids into calcium oxalate and calcium carbonate. It also helps in location or translocation or movement of carbohydrates within the plant. And deficiency leads to drying of the plants, and the buds will fall, and root growth is retarded. Now coming to the trace elements, zinc. It is available as zinc sulfate or zinc oxide. And zinc is essential because it forms the growth hormone indole acetic acid, and it also helps in utilization of nitrogen and phosphorus by the plant. If the zinc is absent in the plant, plant cannot utilize nitrogen and phosphorus properly. So this leads to deficiencies. The deficiency of zinc leads to shunted growth and yellow colored spots on the plant. Next, coming to the another trace element, copper. It is available as copper sulfate, and copper is an activator of development reproduction of the plant. It also forms vitamin A in the plants. Deficiency of the copper leads to brown spots on citrus fruits, young yellow leaves in maize. Coming to the another one, manganese. Manganese is available as manganese sulfate. It is involved in plant respiration process, that is chlorophyll synthesis. It is also catalyst for various reactions in the plant. Deficiency leads to interveinal chlorosis, that is leaves turns yellow. And coming to the another trace element, iron. It is involved in synthesis of chlorophyll. Deficiency leads to yellow green color leaves and interveinal chlorosis. It is available as ferrous sulfate. And boron. It is regulate potassium and calcium rotation, and it also involved in calcium uptake, and it helps in formation of lignin, protein synthesis, death of growing plants if not available in the soil, and light green color of the plant. Next one is molybdenum. It helps in nitrogen utilization and fixation. Deficiency leads to molting of leaves, lower leaves, especially necrosis marginally, and infolding of leaves. It is available as sodium molybdate, ammonium molybdate, molybdenum trioxide, etc. Silica. It is available as silicon dioxide. It is essential for stiffness of cell wall. It resists fungal infection. These are the essential elements of the plant, and remaining one like carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine are available from the air and oxygen. These are the 16 primary essential nutrients of the plant. These are these are essential for continuous and effective growth of plants.